What is going on, guys? Welcome to Guitar Lessons with Scott. I'm Scott, and in this video it is music theory lesson number 4. And in this video we're going to go over the D major scale and the A major scale. So we've already looked at C, we looked at G, and in this video we're going to go over D and A, and we're going to take a look at we're going to look at where we're going to play them on the guitar to understand theory. We're going to look at, and then we're going to look at how the major chord and minor chord are built off the D major scale and the A major scale, and we're also going to take a look at the major 7th chord and the 7th chord. So let's get right into it. And just before I jump into the D major scale, I'm going to quickly go over something that's important that I've only mentioned quickly one time in the previous videos, but I just want to make sure everyone understands this. Is when you're playing a major scale, you want to think of it in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. So what I mean by that, I'll show you on the guitar. So you're going to want to think of it. So let's say we're playing the C major scale. You got this guy. Let's make sure this guy's right up down. So we got this guy. So when you're playing the notes, think of them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. Or if we're playing the G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. So you should always be thinking of it like that, and I just wanted to make sure everyone understood that before diving into the D major scale. But also, okay, so now so the D major scale is going to start on a D note. We're going to start on A, B, C, D. This guy right here, second to top string, it's the 5th fret. So what you're going to do, I highly recommend pause the video, do the same finger pattern, and write down what you think the notes are. Try to write down the D major scale yourself, and then resume and double check. Okay, cool. Assuming you did that, let's dive into the D major scale even more so. All right. So we got A, B, C, D. D right here. Starting with our middle finger, we do the same finger pattern that we've been doing the whole time with the C and the G. Now I'll do it with the D. So we got, so the finger pattern is, right? Alright, so what are the notes? So we're starting with a D, and I'm just going to say the notes. Hopefully you try to figure it out for yourself, but here we go. So we start with a D, so it goes D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and back to D. So we got D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So there are 2 sharps, and if we look at our circle of fifths wheel, it says the D major scale has 2 sharps. So that's very good, helpful reference, the circle of fifths. And yeah, so that's the D major scale. That's where we're going to play it on the guitar to figure it out. Practice playing it, saying the notes as you're playing the scale. Okay, so let's jump into the chords. So voila. So if you have your binder, you should definitely be have a whole page for the D major scale. Write down the D major scale, number them underneath, and then so we have 1 3 5 as a major, 1 3 flat 5 as a minor. We've gone over that, and then we're going to also look at 1 3 5 7 and 1 3 5 7 flat, creating a major seventh and a seventh chord. Okay, so we'll quickly go over the major and minor, and then we'll take a look at where we could play those two guys. All right, so if we're looking at the D major scale, 1 3 5 is going to make a D major chord. So if we play so this is a popular way to play D major. You got your pointer through to bottom string, 2nd fret, middle, bottom string, 2nd fret, ring and the string in between on the 3rd fret. And that's a D major chord. Okay? So what are the notes that we're playing? Oh, so it says 1 3 5 on the D major is going to be a D, an F sharp, and an A. Okay? So what notes are we playing? This note, this pointer finger note, what is that? That's an A. Okay, so we have the A. That's a D. So we got the D. And that note is an F sharp. D major. Okay? So the D minor, as we've gone over, is 1 3 flat 5. So we're gonna flat the F sharp. So if we have F sharp, and we flat it, it's just gonna be a normal F, right? You just take it down half a step. So an F sharp taken down half a step is just gonna be a normal F. So we have our D major chord. We flat the F sharp, so we go to there, and then you have your D minor. So you play these same two notes, but with your ring in middle, ideally, and then your pointer finger hits the F note, and you got your D minor. Cool. All right, so now we're going to take a look at a major 7th chord. Okay, so 1 3 5 7. So it's going to be the first 3 notes that make a D major chord, plus the 7th note, which is a C sharp. Okay, so I'm going to show you where these guys are kind of in the middle of the neck. So you got D major is also on the bar chord. You can have your ring finger down on the 7th fret on these 3 notes. Pointer's on the 5th fret, 2nd top string. Ring holding down 3 notes on the 7th fret. And that's a D major, and you got your D minor too. Alright, so we're going to look at the D major 7th. So if you take those 3 notes, which are technically a D major chord, and so we're going to have to add a 7th note. I can go over the D major more, but we're just going to kind of go right into it. Okay, so so if we play those 3 notes, and there's a D, F sharp, and an A there on those 3 guys, and so the 7th note's going to be a C sharp. Okay, so C sharp is right here. So if we on the bottom string, on the 9th fret, but if we go up, we go E, F, G, A, B, C, C sharp. So if you hit that guy, that makes a D major 7th. Holding down these 3, and the bottom note hitting that C sharp. Okay, so that's where a D major 7th is. And so then you see 1 3 5 7 flat. So if you flat the C sharp, you just play a normal C note. So we flat this guy and hit that guy. That's a D7th chord. So D major 7th, flat the C sharp, D7th. Okay? So, just trying to show you a couple new chords. So, practice playing the scale, saying the notes, and then, I can go over in detail how every single note makes that D major, but also just kind of, play that D major bar chord and figure it out for yourself what those three notes are. Like, identify them on your own. Identify the D minor, and you'll get used to the same shapes being moved up or down. Anyway, so now we're going to jump into now we're going to jump into the A major scale. We're going to look at where it is on the guitar, what the A major scale is, how many sharps there are. Then we're going to look at the major, minor, major 7th and 7th chord for that one too. Okay. So, where is the A major scale? All right, let's take a look. All right, so we're going to start for the A major scale. We're going to start on the top string, and we're going to go E, F, G, A. So the top string, 5th fret on the A. Start with our middle finger. Do the same finger pattern. Hit that note, and so where we're going to start. So feel free to pause the video, play the scale, and try to write down what the notes are on your own, and then double check with the video. Resume the video when you're done, and let's get into it. So we're starting with the A. All right, so we're going to go. So these are what the notes are. We have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. So A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. There's 3 sharps. If you printed out one of these guys, you'll see that the A major scale has 3 sharps. Cool. So we have the A there. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Something else that might help you out is what I do is, let's say I'm trying to identify this note right here. If you, for a lot of notes, you can, for me, I can identify what that note is a lot faster than that one, just because it's on the top string and I'm more familiar with it. But you can always think of the octave and find the note sometimes faster. So like if you put your pointer finger on the F sharp there and your ring finger on the F sharp down here on the 3rd to top string, 4th fret, and you can move it up, and that's always going to be the octave. So if you're on this note and you're like, well, I don't know what this note is, but I know what that note is, I can find that note really easy. I know that's E, F sharp, then you can find it. Or if you move it all down and you play this B note, and like that, I know that's the octave for the B, and so forth. So like B, both those notes are B, both those notes are C, D, or so those are the octaves, and you can kind of use that as a reference to find the notes faster if that helps you. If not, don't worry about it and just identify it another way if you wish, if you please. And but yeah, so we have the A major scale. And let's take a look at where the A major chord, what makes an A major chord, A minor chord, and then we'll look at the major 7th and 7th, and that'll be the end of the video. Okay, so the A major. So we have the kind of normal way to play an A major is you can either put all your 3 fingers down if you want, but it's these 3 notes right here on the 2nd fret. I like to hold them all down with 1 finger. A lot of people like to jam all their 3 fingers in there. Whatever works for you. But we got those. That's the popular way of playing a major chord. And so the A major chord. So what are the notes for an A major chord? 1, 3, 5. So we look at the scale, and we have, if you need to write this down, have a new page for the A major scale. 1 is A, 3 is C sharp. 1 is A, 3 is C sharp, and 5 is E. Okay, so A, C sharp, and E make an A major chord. If we try to identify these notes, we have a, what's this note? We have a E, A, C sharp. E, A, and a C sharp makes an A major chord. Okay? And so 1, 3, flat 5 is A minor. So A, C sharp, if we're going to flat the C sharp, it's just going to be normal C. And then we play it, and then E. So then a common way to play A minor is this way. And we're playing that C instead of a C sharp, making it an A minor. A major, A minor. Okay, so this one, we don't have to go up the neck to find where the major 7th and 7th chords are to look at the same kind of holding. So 1, 3, 5, 7. So what do we got here? We have A, C sharp, E, and then we also have a G sharp at the end. Okay? So if we hold the A in this way with your 1 finger, and then we find where's a G sharp down here. We have E, F, G, sharp. Right there. So if you just do that same thing we did up here with the D major 7th, we have A major 7th, okay? And then 1, 3, 5, 7 flat is a 7th, so we just flat the G sharp, so it just becomes a G. And you have A 7th, A major 7th, A 7th. Okay, so we have taken a look at the D major scale. We looked at the major, the minor, the major 7th, the 7th. We looked at the A major scale and did the same. We looked at where we're going to play the major scales on the guitar, and what the notes are, and hopefully you try to write them down on your own. It's going to help you a bunch. But yeah, so that is all I have for you today. Keep on practicing, and yeah, I know I try to go through this a little quicker because it's try to make it a shorter video, but hopefully I didn't go too fast for you guys, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Practice, figure out where the chords are, and identifying the notes, and practice. Love yourself. Adios.